Hi, welcome to Market Flow. I'm going to do a quick analysis on the top stocks from Wall Street Bets, and as well I'm going to do a quick review of the YoLos for this week. Stick around for that, like the video, subscribe. So these are the top trending stocks right now on Wall Street Bets on Reddit. You can see SPY, CLOV, Snap, Facebook, Tesla, BABA, AMC. So these are some of these ones could be bearish or they could be bullish. We don't know. This is just the trend of the stocks, of course. But some of the new names that we see right now are tall education. So as you have seen it on the news, I think there was something related to China making some of these educational stocks non-profit, which to me it's almost like a nonsense. But if you are brave enough, this is a pretty good dip to buy because they went all the way to like 70% discount, and I'm probably gonna make a different video on them. So I did buy a leap on that and see how it plays, just because I think those levels are very unreasonable, and if this is just a rumor, then eventually the stock should bounce. And so that is how I was planning it, and I saw a lot of option activity as well on TAL for the next coming months, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, large caps like Tesla and Facebook, I already covered them. You can watch my video on the top, and then there's other ones like this. These are the top movers for tomorrow. And so they had Snap, Intel, Nvidia, SAM. So SAM gapped down quite a bit. I'm not gonna cover it. I'm not very familiar with it, but it did had a pretty good gap down. In many cases, this is like a buy the dip if you believe in the company, in the fundamentals. And then the same thing with Intel. And then Snap was different. It just gap up quite a bit, so that's why they're trending. People like to talk about big movers, not necessarily has to say that this is the new trend for the next coming week, but it's just the stocks that are trending and people are talking about. Other than that, let's go ahead and start right now. So this is the list right here of the stocks that I'm gonna go over on this video. I'll go back between 1 hour and daily chart to see more details. The 1 hour chart can help us see the trends in the short term, but other than that, most of them did had an oversold bounce all the way to the 20 moving average. We're gonna see that as a common trend among these stocks, and then they sell off at the end of the week. So the one thing here to hope for these many stocks is that the lows for the end of the week hold, creates a higher low, and then eventually starts uptrending here with AMC. And if I look at it here in the 1 hour chart, you can see that this is the downtrend, and then as soon as it came out of this downtrend, impulsive move all the way to the 20 moving average, and then it sold off. So the most important thing right now for the bulls is to hold this level to create a lower high, and then it starts uptrending above the 50 and 20 moving average, and then eventually get above this downtrend level right here. I think that will be the bullish case. Other than that, it can probably continue to sell. Most important event right now, it's earnings August 4th. So this one can cause a stock to go either way big time, and my thought here is that institutions want this, or short sellers want this stock to get down quite a bit, and the next target that I see right here, it's $15. That's where the 200 moving average is. Normally when the stock gets rejected from the 50 moving average, it goes back to the 200 moving average, and that's mainly where most of corrections end, or about where they end. So we have to see that. So it's still a little bit shaky right there. BlackBerry as well, you can see that clear, still downtrending on this channel. There's really not much to say. It is getting oversold. My thought is that there's going to be buyers right here at this level around 950, 940. That's where the 200 moving average is at. Other than that, it can continue going down, maybe all the way to the 9 level, and that would be pretty good support level right there. With CLF, this is a little bit of a different story. So this stock sold off quite a bit last week, and then it rebound. And if I look at it here in the daily chart, you can see that we had this level, and you can see my video from last week that this was the level that I was expecting it to have a good support. That was the target, 1860. It got there to the point, and then there were a lot of buyers at this level, and then it quickly started bouncing. So if you got on this trade, you know, that was a 15% upside, which is pretty good. And from here, the most important things to notice is that it is above the 20 moving average, above the 50 moving average. That is very bullish. It's very bullish. There was a lot of buyers right here, but this could as well be a dead cat bounce. So as long as it holds the 20 moving average, things are good. Serious uptrending, so that would be good for the bulls. Otherwise, it can probably come down to lower levels. CLNE, very similar. Yeah, right here it bounced during the week, and then it sold off a little bit, similar to AMC. We still have to make higher highs and respect this lower low. There is earnings coming up soon. Some of the things to be aware here is it is currently within support levels, but if it loses those for some reason, the next level will be somewhere around $5. There is really not much support between this level right here of $7.60 and $5, so there is a big gap right there. So Clover right now, it's an important support level, $8. Losing that level, probably next support and strong level will be $7. So it is trading within this range right here, and as you can see in the past, this is a level where it has been a lot of volume, a lot of trades, a lot of buyers. So I believe this is a level where there should be quite a bit of support all the way to 7, even inclusive all the way to 650. So I think the shorts are making quite a bit of an effort to keep this stock down because there is quite a bit of buyers. Other than that, I think the stock is bottoming up. There's really not much downside except that it can go $1 more, maybe $2, and then from there start uptrending. But overall, this is a stock that is trending very much on Wall Street bets, and soon it can recover. Cross Gaming, so this is one that was trending last week, and it has continued to sell off. It's probably waiting to earnings. If earnings are pretty good on this stock, the stock can probably do very well. So this looks like the channel that has been trading for some time. So every time it gets to the bottom of this channel, this is a good opportunity to buy the dip, and then eventually gets to the top of the channel right here. So for PE, it's not bad. 14 PE ratio, that is a pretty good number, and then 38.80 ROE, that is a pretty good number. So as an investor, there is definitely investors that can step up and buy the dip in this particular stock. FUBO right now still downtrending. It wants to reverse. As you can see, it has been holding this level very well. So we still have to see getting above the 50 moving average, and then hopefully about the 220 moving average. That would be probably the best case scenario. But as you can see, the downtrend, it was right here, and it's trying to get out of it. So it's not looking bad. As GameStop on the other side, very similar to AMC, it got above the downtrend right here. It got rejected by the 20 moving average, and then it's sitting somewhere a little bit of support of this downtrend right here. Perhaps it's trying to get another move higher. Yeah, I do think that it is a little bit of an indecision, because this level right here, 180, was a support level and it couldn't hold it. It actually closed below it. So my thought is that it's probably going to downtrend from here. If I look at it here in the 1-day chart, it's been having a little bit of hard time staying above this level. I still have a target here of 116. Is the worst case scenario. If it doesn't hold, then it's probably going to go all the way to the bottom of this channel. Palantir, similar to FUBO, it found a little bit more support. So as you can see, this is the downtrend here, this is the bounce. It finished a little bit higher than the lows, which is good. I still have a target of 120, which can happen perhaps, but if this pattern right here holds, this is almost like an inverse head and shoulders, so it can probably uptrend. Look at it here in the 1-hour chart. You can see how it got out of the downtrend. Now it's back testing it, and then this level right here, 2150, that it has been a level where there's have been a lot of buyers in the past. I won't be surprised if this right here becomes a bottom for this correction, and then it starts uptrending from here. PSFE, so pay safe. I think this is a little bit different stock, because this one did bounce and then it closed higher on the week, so it uptrend the whole week very well. It reached lows of $10, which was a level where there used to be a bottom in the past. So it's a really strong support. It got confirmed, and then now it's uptrending. So this one is not looking bad. As long as it continues to uptrend, I can see hitting levels of 1150 soon. Root, getting pretty close to my target of 715 perhaps. Yeah, probably a little bit lower, and then that may cause a little bit of a bounce. But again, it got rejected from 850 right here. Not a really good signal for the bulls. As soon as he got in there, he didn't get over it, and then he sold right away. And then SOFI, or SOFI, this one, it's not looking as bad. It's looking very similar to Palantir. It bounced from a strong level where there used to be buyers in the past, and so now it is up to the bulls to take this above the 20 moving average, but it does look like it wants to reverse. You can see the downtrend right here, how it got broke out, back testing it, doing sort of an inverse head and shoulders. So perhaps this is getting a little bit of a bottom for this stock. So space right here, this is where it got rejected quite a bit. So it starts looking like a bear flag right here, and my target still holds right here for 20. As you can see, it may be a little bit lower, but then I think this is where I would probably load pretty heavy on space. TLRY. So TLRY right now still downtrending. It's getting to levels where there used to be quite a bit of ours. So this was the breakout level right here. Perhaps the most important level here, somewhere on 10,970, 997. That is a level where I think there's going to be quite a bit of buyers. But currently this still holds a support level. There used to buyers right here. We have to see an impulsive move to the upside, otherwise it can continue to sell. And then Wish got to the target that I have right here, 920, and then it quickly bounced from there, and then it's doing a back test. So in my opinion, Wish is looking fine compared with other Chinese stocks that sold pretty hard today. Wish hold its level very well, and I think it's about to start uptrending, in my opinion. So I'll keep this one in my watch list. And then Workhorse still downtrending. I have my target for this level right here of $9 or $10, somewhere around this level. It got rejected from the 50 moving average, so that's not a very bullish sign. But yeah, so I can still see it coming down quite a bit from here if it breaks this level, maybe another $1. So that's it. This is all I wanted it to share. I'm gonna go ahead and review a few YoLos. Starting here with Wish. This person bought a few $1,000, $38,000 on Wish at the end of the day, 4,000 shares, and then a few calls, weekly calls, $8,000. And this person goes by this name right here. Next one, MBIS or Microvision. It's about close to $3,000, 200 shares, but mostly everything is on calls. Some of them go for 2022 and then 2021 right here, so there's quite a bit of time. August 21, and $3,000 here, and then $8,000 here. Next one is Tesla, and these ones are mainly, I guess, plays for earnings, but then I guess he has a little bit more time, 8.6 and then 8.13 to play continuation if earnings are good. It's about $20,000, 10 contracts. Next one is TEL. So this one, I own China education system and teach them kids freedom. So he bought about 100k on TAL. This is a stock that went like 70% down today, so it's probably gonna be a oversold bounce eventually once the news come out to be more like a rumor than actual truth. And then for the gains of this week, so this person went from 1500 to 70k. I'm not exactly sure what he bought, but this is his plate right here, so he probably held it for a few weeks, I'm assuming. And then this one right here is after going down for the past month, I made 18k on Snapchat calls. So you know, Snapchat had a pretty good earnings bounce, and this is the person right here. And as I was looking at, I think he bought these calls right here, $820, $70, and for a price of $4. So he spent about 14k, and then he made for 18k on this one. Next one, Myrna. So this is almost a full year, so he probably bought after the recession, and then he's been holding them, and he made about 23k. So this is a pretty good example of long-term gains. So he's been holding it for over a year now, or close to a year, and he made $23,000. His average price for 6 host basis is about $7,000, so this one's pretty good. And then this one, SPY, as we have reviewed many times, it just keeps going up and up. It's almost difficult not to make money to the upside. So this person bet 1k on Tesla calls and then made about 7k. So this is his trade right here. And then last, but at the end of the day of yesterday, and sold market open today for a nice 38k. So this person bought, I think he spent close to 34 on these calls right here. Yeah, 3.8. So he actually bought puts, and somehow he knew that the stock was going down. There were going to be news by the end of the year, by the end of the day, and so therefore he profited, and then he closed it. So this is it pretty much for today. Thank you for watching.